Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Let me start off by saying this. This is the first video that I'm going to release on this. I haven't got it completely dialed in. I'm going to do 2 or 3 things. I'm going to have 2 or 3 whiteboard sessions where I really explain what I'm doing here and what I'm seeing and helping with the angle of the beam. That's number 1. Number 2 is I get this thing perfectly dialed in. Then I'll start dropping settings, things like that. You know that I use perspective mode in 0 to 8 foot of water. It's kind of my thing. I love doing it more than anything because I like to fish shallow water. And I also like to make sure that I get the top of my beam horizontal or parallel to the water surface. But when I'm fishing top waters, I like to angle the top of the beam up almost as far as I can get that mount to read. And what that does is that takes the bottom of the beam and kind of essentially makes it parallel to the bottom or parallel to the water surface. And by doing that, that darkens up that bottom, really makes the fish pop, really makes the trees pop, and makes the bait pop because you're shining upwards and you have a dark contrasting bottom. Well, I noticed that when I went out in the channel a couple weeks ago, I was fishing. I noticed when I went around a tree that, oh my Lord, what have I been missing? Now, this will be fantastic for fishing in deeper water, trying to fish brush piles and really be able to see if there's fish on these brush piles, or cover large, expansive, deep water like a hump. Because yes, forward mode can do that, but it can't do it as efficiently as you can cover a broad. You can see the whole hump underwater and then really be able to see those brush piles and those fish, and on channel edges, it'll make those fish pop. I believe this may be something that we've been doing wrong the whole time. We've been always angling it down, but that brings the bottom into play, so you lose your contrast. You lose the fish popping because they're bright on bright. And so by angling the transducer up, kind of away from the bottom, it makes the fish, the brush piles, and the things that are not directly on the bottom pop. So let's get into this. Guys, like I said, this is the first in the videos. I'm still working on settings and things like that. Still working on different gain settings and things like this. But I want you to notice something. Notice how the bottom is really dark. Now notice the contrast of that tree. Very easily you can see the fish in the tree limbs. You can see shad on these trees. There's a big ball of shad right above the tree here. And I'm telling you, yes, now look at the bottom. It's real dark, real dark. But that's okay, because that's what I'm trying to get. In order to get that proper contrast, and to make limbs and tree limbs and bait fish and fish pop, you gotta have a darker contrasting bottom for that to really happen. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna come up on this beautiful treetop. And when I say beautiful, there's so many things in this treetop that are amazing. It's sitting out, we're in 19 foot of water here, okay? The little bright spot on the left, that's where you're coming up the edge of the creek channel. But you notice right where the dark water, look at that big school of fish, right where the dark meets the shallower water with the edge of that ledge. But you got a good contrast of the tree limbs. Look at them, look, you see the fish in there. I mean, this may be something. Look at this tree coming up from the top. All the branches are very visible. Still working on getting my settings dialed in here, and I think it'll get a little bit better as I'm going. But we're in 20 foot of water here, and I'm picking up this tree. Beautiful, beautiful target separation. Lots of good stuff in to happen from this. I can see things that I have never used perspective mode for. People always talk about Humminbird 360. I'm gonna tell you something right now. Humminbird, especially with the LVS 34 coming, and I should have one in the next few weeks, hopefully. I believe this right here I'm telling you, this is way better than Humminbird 360, because you get to see that live, and that's what we're looking for, is those live fish. And you can see some fish right here swimming. There's a big ball of bait fish right at the 0 mark, just swimming out over open water. That would be, and there's a huge one right there, about 30 foot right of center, ball of bait fish. That's not visible when you can see the bottom. Look at all the little balls of bait fish swimming around. So many things that this is finna bring into play. You can definitely see the edge of that ledge right there. You can see this big log hanging over the edge. You can see good contrast in that. Bait fish are so visible. So guys, what do you think? I believe this may be something. Now, like I said, I'm still working and dialing this in, and this is going to be 4, 5, 6 videos where I really get this dialed in. And I think for crappie fishing, for bass fishermen, this could be the way to go. Let's get, you know, let's really watch this video series. Tell me what you think, and I think this is going to be something. And I'm kind of upset that I didn't figure this out a little bit earlier. Stupid. Sometimes I get stuck in my own ways, and that's something I pride myself on, is being able to think outside the box. But guys, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, thanks for liking the videos. We're almost to 9,000. Got that little quick 9,000 giveaway, and I think Judy Wallace. I have been working, as you can see, I'm at work now. I'm gonna be dropping your perspective mount in the mail Monday. Don't give up on me. Let's go. Ring the bell.